Hi, my name's Adam Funderburg from Brainless Tees, and I am here to do a real quick tutorial, the first of many, and so let's get started. The purpose of this tutorial series is to help my customers understand what's available and why things cost the way that they do. I'm hoping to inspire my customers with some new ideas, maybe enlighten them to some options that they didn't realize that they had. So let's start out. Most screen printers like to print right here. If you've ever gone online to go try to do something, you're going to find that most of your options are going to be held to right here. I haven't seen any place online where they let you print off of this, or just a small little snippet of the sleeve. Okay, what is available is 12 inches wide by 18 inches tall. Now, the cost is going to be different because you're going to be using a lot more ink, and because of the equipment. The reason why the equipment is affected is because, especially if you're doing multicolors, is because you cannot print wet ink on top of wet ink on top of wet ink. It starts to make a mess really quick. So the solution is that you will print your image, and then you will stick a heater over top of this. Your shirt will actually be slid under a heater so that the ink can partially cure, so that it'll be dry, and then you can lay more ink on top of that. That's how you build up an image. So the thing is that the size of the heater is about this size right here. So if you wind up wanting to print something that's this size, what happens is the printer will slide the heater over this, and then when that's dry, slide the heater over this second part, and then he'll have to wait for the whole thing to cool down, because you cannot print on top of really hot ink. It'll start to clog things up, it'll start to make things stick together, and it is just a great big mess. So anyway, what I usually like to do is I like to start out with my shirt in the computer. If you want to design stuff, some people will design their own shirts, and one of the more common problems when people want to do a large image is they will bring something that they designed in their computer on some software that they have, and they'll usually wind up doing something in landscape mode, where the shape is like this, and what they want is they want to be out like this. And so what usually winds up happening is I will get this image, and we've got one of two options. We can stretch this thing out and make it super long, which has never turned out good, or we can leave it in, or we wind up leaving it on the chest, and the customer's kind of disappointed that it didn't turn out the way that they wanted to, and that they wasted some time designing something that didn't come out like they had hoped it would. Or we wind up starting all over again, and we just try to take some of the elements and create something that is a little more, that is what they wanted in the first place. So that is another reason for the tutorials, to keep you from spending time on things that that aren't going to help you out. So I like to draw a box on top of my shirt. I like to do everything full size. In my computer right now, my computer's telling me that this is a 12-inch by 18-inch box. This is about where I'm going to stay. I am safe if I stay inside the box. I start wandering outside the box, that's when I get into trouble. So what I'm going to do is set my box up like this and start functioning within it. Now, this logo tells a couple people what I'm planning to do right now. A friend of mine runs a company called Groove Nation Dance, and we were talking a little bit ago, and he liked this shirt that I had designed for my company, and he wanted something that was kind of like that. Now, what I'm doing is sort of like it. It's got some elements that are like it, and what we're going to do is put this whole thing together right now, right in front of you, so that you can kind of see how the process works. One of the things that Bo does that's really good, that I would suggest that all of my customers do, is he tries to get his website on every piece of apparel that he does. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop, because the website is groovenationdance.com, we're going to put the .com in here, and we're going to place that inside there. Change our font, change our size a little bit, and then we're looking all right. So what we'll do, there, good, that looks pretty good. So we'll align this, and then Bo also told me that that next year is going to be their 10th year anniversary. He had mentioned it kind of in passing that that he wanted to do something special for next year. And this, you know, we're probably talking a little, we're probably talking a pretty cool print. He'll probably spend some time in Photoshop designing something, and we'll do something really colorful and over the top, and I'm sure that that will be on the website as well once we get that done. So let's flip this around, and we'll kind of line up like right about there maybe. And so we've got a pretty cool look going. So we've got most everything set up now. The other thing that's on this design is this laurel. We're going to come back over here. I set up some laurel designs. One of the things that I like to do is grab a design and pick a laurel that best matches it. I actually like this one here. Now these laurels are set up as they're set up to go with a round object. Bo's object here is an oval, so what we'll do is we will line it up like about this, and then I think that we'll press this down just a little bit, make these just a little bit of adjustment, and then we'll see what happens here. Move that up like that. I think we look good like that. So let's come back over to our project, and we'll stick this up here. And I was thinking about going with a like a cyan or something like that. Nice bright color. Now one of the things that whoops, you know what, I don't think that I think that this needs to come out just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so got these grouped back together. Okay, so we'll tip this a little bit. We'll try to keep this logo visible. Now we got to stay inside of our bounding box, and I think that we want to go right about there, and then we will put this behind the writing so that it's kind of faded, sort of, you know, behind everything. And he gets his logo in there, the website's in there, the established. The only thing that we've got left to do is bring in a dancer. So now we got a cool dancer to kind of mix things up, kind of make it so that you don't even need to read it to know that this is some sort of a dance design or a dance studio. So now I'm going to get rid of my box, and that's basically the shirt design that's kind of inspired off of this. This is kind of where I think this looks good. The only thing that I don't like about this that I'm seeing here is that it is a little bit too clean. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to add something to make it a little bit distressed, like maybe it was printed in 2003. Now that looks like a that looks much older than 2003 there. Okay, so now with that little adjustment, now we get something that is a little bit vintage, a little bit old, has a nice look and feel to it. It looks balanced. And so that brings us to the end of our first tutorial. And I hope that you'll give me some feedback, what you liked, what you wish you would have seen. And so let me know what it is that that you liked, what you didn't like, what you learned, maybe some questions that you would have liked answered that you didn't get. My name's Adam Funderburg. This is the first video from Brainless Tees to help answer some questions and create some discussion